the news. Yeah, that you know. Harris is drinking, and yes, I'm thinking, and I'm plotting and scheming. Yo. Back up in the building for another edition of the Harry's Drinking Again. That's right. I am your host, Harry Too Scary, aka Mr. Harris, aka Scruffy McGuff. Scruff McGuff over here for episode 110. You're gonna have to excuse me. I was getting a nap in before the show, which is something I usually don't like to do because it throws me off. I apologize. I'm fucking sleepy, okay? Hardworking man over here. Still trying to be consistent. Come through. Went live with Brother Ray earlier on his Instagram. I must have thought I already did a show tonight or something, you know? But no. Back in your ass once again. Therapy night rants. Going live here on YouTube. Both Facebook pages. Trovo, Podbean, X. Anywhere else you can find your YouTube viewing pleasure. Not sipping tonight. Only because I chose to sleep instead of go to the damn liquor store and get some drink, which is not a bad thing. But as always, you know, I got some Gubba rum right next to me. Shout out Gubba rum. Might take a sip or two over here. Gubba gold, Gubba silver. Shout out Beeline in the building early. That's right. I know I need a sip on something. Wake my ass up over here. Dry as hell. Ain't got no liquor, no nothing, but it's all to the good. My girl did just bring me some of these delicious shrimp tacos. I don't know if you can see over here, but I'm gonna try not to eat them on the camera too much. Yeah, right. I'm gonna devour those motherfuckers. I'm up at the comp at the computer. Where the links? B, you want to get on tonight? Is that what you're saying? I could use some help tonight. I'm half fucking asleep. And but I do want to talk. We're going to talk about Katt Williams breaks the internet again, and it's still breaking internet. Katt Williams. You know, I woke up from my previous nap after I got off work this morning, before I went to go get my son, and I'm looking through my phone, and lo and behold, I see a classic JRE upload. Katt Williams, and I was like, "Ooh, sheesh!" Now this was about maybe 1:00, and it already had 477,000 views, and it only been out about I think maybe an hour, 2 hours, and then he did 1 million in 4 hours. And as I see it now, currently we're sitting at 2.7 million views in 10 hours. So I think it's safe to say once the show's over, or by the time the show's over, here in the next hour, this dude's going to be doing about 3 million views. I believe the Club's Shay Shay interview I think I almost did 5 in a day, 5 million, 24 hours, maybe 6. So that's just phenomenal stuff. And as an interviewer, content creator, like, I don't know, I'm sitting back looking at this stuff. Of course, these guys are next level. Joe with the 16.2 million subs. Shannon, I think he had about 1 million, maybe not even 1 million when that interview broke. But the power of conversation is some crazy stuff. And we live in this era where this is what the people want to see. It's what people want to hear. And so I'm going to break that down a little bit. 50 million, yeah. That Club Shay Shay's up at 60, but yeah. 50 million in a week, some nonsense like that. Insano. Let's see. We send this link out to Beeline here. Let's see. I'm out to Scruff McGuff. Copy, boom. Excuse me, give me 1 second. Also gotta drop it in the Facebook group here. I'm gonna send it to my brother Trey Truck Stop. See if he can chime in. He pretends to be busier than he is. We all got families. They're not that busy, bro. But I get it. Sounds cool. All right. But yes, we are up in the place. So yeah, it's sitting at 2,770,550 views at the moment. Oh yeah, this dude's gonna do about 5 million. By the morning, it's gonna be at like 5 million for sure. So we'll see if this one breaks the Club Shay Shay record. They were talking about some very deep stuff. A lot of the stuff, see, I can relate to Katt on the deepness of it. But a lot of the stuff too was still going over my head, like, oh, see, I don't pick up my books like I used to. All right, let's get Beeline up in the building. He's primed and ready to go. This man's an animal. I just seen he went live earlier, and he's ready to go again. So coming to the stage, Brian Beeline.
Back at it.
Entertainment show.
Another day, another dollar.
Yeah, man. Yes.
Yeah. Good to be back. Yes, sir.
Hell yeah.
Whenever I know it's Thursday, I got another show I do on Thursday, and we usually wrap up around like 11. So I'm like, man, fuck it. Tonight I felt like staying up. Sometimes there's some nights where you got to go to work. You always got to go to work, right? Sometimes you got to break the rules and shit a little bit and stay up a little longer and talk some shit. I feel it tonight. What's good, bro?
Man, chilling. I actually don't have to go into work tonight, which is cool.
Yeah.
I rearranged my schedule a little bit to where I work, but I I got off work fucking like 9 in the morning, so it's same shit. I'm just fucking tired, bro. I was laying there. My girl was even like, baby, like it's 7:45, and I was like, yeah. And then next thing she's like, baby, it's fucking 8, and I was like, God damn, all right.
Yeah, I forget the time zones is so different because over here it's fucking 11 o'clock, and I've been up. I start work every day at 8 o'clock in the morning. So I wake up at like 7. My girl, she on this health kick shit, so she walking with the dog, making fucking TikTok videos and doing all the extra shit. So I'm over here. Of course, now I got to get up and do all that stuff too or whatever. But I wake up, go to work, and then I plan like whatever shows I'm gonna be on afterwards and everything like that or whatever. But like I said, man, no matter how tired you are, like I'm one of them niggas. Like, yo, listen, I can't always just feel like I'm going to sleep so I can wake up and go to work. I just can't do that shit. I can't do that shit. Like it makes me feel like I'm living for nothing. So that's why I was in the I called my girl when I got done with the show. We got done like 10:50. I said, man, fuck, I'm about to go on and talk some shit with Harris, yo. Cause you're the only other one that I know to be up around this time and shit. Talking some shit. For real.
Yeah. No, that's the truth, man. I feel the exact same way. We're already slaves to the matrix, to the job, but like those types of people, some of my coworkers and stuff will be that same, like, oh, I gotta go home and get some sleep, or I wish I one of these days I'll be up so I can watch your show. And I'm like,
F that.
It's fucking 8 o'clock and shit.
Yeah.
I walk the dog 7:30, and then I'm in bed by 8. It's like, fuck?
Take your bingo playing ass. Everyone got time for that shit. Your medication is fucking with you. That's why y'all niggas can't stay up. I've always been a night dude though. Like I literally stay up. Me and my people, we was just so the craziest shit. Probably I'm so amped up. We was just talking about all the crazy shit we used to do when we was younger and stuff. We were having conversations like that all day. But I was always one of them dudes that could stay up. I break night and still just be up. I'll go to sleep at 5 o'clock, still wake up at 9 o'clock in the morning. I'm not. I never been one of them big sleeper dudes. Like I can perform pretty well on just a couple hours. I'm good.
Yeah.
But yeah, I like being a part of the party and shit. I don't like missing shit, and that's why I think I like to stay up and everything the way that I do. But yeah, I heard you talking about like Joe Rogan and everything, man. And listen, it ain't abnormal for Joe Rogan episodes to go, and hit like million views and stuff like that. But the whole Katt Williams bandwagon, I guess it's still pretty strong. People still want to hear what he got to say. Katt Williams really, really, really showed motherfuckers that it's easy to get some recognition when you talking, drama shit and hater shit and stuff like that or whatever. I'm sorry, but I'm saying it out loud. Like, even if he's speaking truth, everybody gets that shit confused. Even if you talking truth, I don't give a fuck. You want to call it snitching, you want to call it whatever. Like, if you're gonna be that hater nigga that's gonna just make his fucking name for himself because you controversial, I don't respect that shit. I'm sorry, I don't give a fuck what nobody says. I've never been that person. Like, you have to fucking find a way to become relevant by putting others down. Like, even if they did fuck with you, like your biggest, come up should come from you just being better than motherfuckers and not just trying to bring people down so that you can be looked at more than they are. That's some corny shit to me. But people falling for it.
Yeah, absolutely. The only thing with this interview, I only got let's see. I actually only got about 2 hours and 20-ish minutes, and they've yet to talk about any. I haven't heard any name dropping on this one. They're straight talking black holes and like neuroscience and some fucking.
Yeah, I like this interview. This interview was actually good. I think this interview, just to clear it up, and I know you look a little tired. Like, I'm coming over here to fucking, I just got off a show. I'm all amped and shit. I've been drinking. I'm good.
Give me a minute, folks.
But yeah, I'm ready to fucking go like a mile a minute. But see, the thing is, his episodes gaining so much popularity. Last year around this time, Katt Williams would never have done the numbers that he's doing right now on Joe Rogan's show. Never. He would have, maybe over a time, he would have accumulated maybe like 1 million or whatever, because it's Joe Rogan and because it's Katt Williams, and people would have slowly trickled. But because he had the whole Shay Shay event, which established him to open a lot of doors, cause a lot of controversy and stuff like that, whether it was real or not, truth or lies, whatever the fuck you want to call it. His controversial interview is what gained him notoriety right now. So the interview, like you just said, that he just did with Joe Rogan actually was a good fucking interview. I heard a lot of it. He was talking about a lot of stuff that I'm interested in, talking about the pyramids and, fucking different, like you said, black holes and just different stuff like that, scientific shit. He is a very well-educated guy. He does know some shit, but I just don't. That's not why people watching it. You feel me? Like, people are watching it because of what happened previously. People are watching it because they want to see, oh man, he was talking shit on that Shay Shay interview. Now he's on Joe Rogan. Let's see what he's going to say now. That's the thing that fucks you up, yo. So your fan base and what you make and how you present yourself is the people that's going to follow behind you and shit. Like, that's the realest, part of that or whatever. Like, if you gain notoriety or go viral because you fake beat up somebody at an airport or something like that, if you gain all of that following and then you're like, oh well, I don't really beat up people at airports every week, I usually do math class or some shit like that, them followers, they going fucking, it's the next math class you have is going to be 1 billion people there. But as soon as they see you doing math and not beating people up at the airport, then they gonna fucking go trickle the fuck out. Like, oh, this ain't real. This ain't why I started watching you, motherfucker. Like, so that's where I feel like Katt Williams is at, right? I feel like he gained a lot of notoriety unless he keeps that shit, hot and heavy, talking about people and breaking, the silence on certain situations. I don't think his popularity is going to, hang with him as long as he might wanted to.
That's an interesting take, though. It's an interesting take. The only thing I can say to counter that was like prior to even the Shay Shay interview, though. It's like I can't remember the last Katt Williams interview. It's not like there was promo for it or anything. He just popped up and then he just said spoke his piece. And the only thing is he did get now he got other comedians basically just like
going to war.
This Corey Holcomb's Donald Rawlings thing that just happened, and Corey Holcomb's Godfrey, and then he's got he made some careers out of motherfuckers like some cat from 1998 if I came out and did an interview or some shit.
That's how it goes. And it is sad because, like, I've been talking about this recently too, like, just here and there. I'm a fucking comedy fan, man. I grew up watching Def Comedy Jam. Like, it's always been something that I've loved, man. So I love stand-up comics, man. And to see them all going at these, like, stupid rivalries right now. And like you said, with Corey Holcomb and Godfrey, like, Corey Holcomb, he on another level right now. Like, but it's hard to kind of depict from the background, like what's real and what's not, like what's truth and what's bullshit, because there is a lot of stuff going on. Corey Holcomb said to Godfrey, he said, just kind of towards the industry, if you were in 3 or more successful movies as a comic, that you probably did something for it. Like, you probably did something that, is against your character or whatever for it. I don't fucking agree with that at all. Like, I think that people are starting to use that as a way, even to kind of explain themselves while they haven't gotten in some maybe bigger pictures or bigger parts and stuff like that. But I think it's easily dismissible, and you're also taking a lot of a lot of unnecessary shots at people's character. For people who did find success for doing the things they were doing. I said this shit a long time ago when he said all that shit about, Katt Williams about, wearing dresses and stuff like that or whatever. I felt like that was kind of a low blow because, yeah, it may be some kind of, meaning behind it, ritualistic shit that's going on behind it. But at the same time, you ain't going to tell me that it ain't just a motherfucking comic who's like, yeah, man, I can wear a dress. You going to give me $5 million? Fuck it, man. It don't mean nothing to me. I'm not less of a man. I'm playing a role. It's a part. It's a prop. Leave me the fuck alone. Let me make my money. But now you got to put it where it's like you diminish the motherfuckers because they made a reasonable decision to say, yeah, I can be versatile in this industry, but now you going to shun me because I just made that decision. I feel like it's some bullshit, bro. I feel like acting is definitely something that if you playing a gay dude every single week, all right, maybe we should check your character. But if you just decide to do a couple of things or whatever, not no crazy shit, but if you feel like in your realm you're good with being that open, I don't feel like motherfuckers should be getting, criminalized for it. Especially to say 3 movies you do or anything you do, you're just, an industry pawn or whatever if you are finding any form of success. I feel like that's fucking ridiculous. So
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Haters gonna hate. Haters gonna hate and shit.
I mean, 3, it's like damn, I can't even get 3. That's something that's like in the black culture. That's the scenario. You never hear like white people or any white comics or anything associated with a certain level of success. It's only like a black culture thing, like, he got 3 number 1 albums or something. It's like he got to be down with the team, Yo,
that is the truthful shit. And it is something that more people need to start recognizing. But the thing that sucks is there is so much bullshit, man. It's like, it's not like these people are wrong. I'm pretty sure that they're actually involved in the industry a lot more than we are. But there are people that are sucking dick and doing all that shit and all that craziness. But then there are people who aren't. But both people are in the same industry, so it's the same opportunities that are available. So if somebody comes to them and say, hey, I got this movie and I'm interested in you being a part, I know it's a little crazy, but I feel like you will be the perfect like mom role and it would be funny because you're blah, blah, blah. And somebody said, listen, I understand that. I like that. Like, fuck it. I'm down. How much money you paying? Okay, fuck it. I can use that to open my door to the industry. And then there's another motherfucker that comes up and says, hey, listen, you want to make it in this motherfucker? Hey, listen, what you willing to do to make it in this one? And then you got that guy. And then you got the guy that says his yeses or his no's in that situation. So it's definitely versatile. But to just establish everybody as that, like, not even recognizing that there is opportunities and there is choices that people are making, but you're just going to damn everybody who is finding any kind of success. It's some bullshit, man. And the Katt Williams, he opened that interview and he didn't lead it, but he didn't persuade it either. He kind of left it open for interpretation in the way of, hey, if you're wearing a dress, you probably got fucked in your ass. Hey, if you have a high level of success like Kevin Hart or Ludacris or all these people, hey, they work in you, or you're in a current situation. Like, it's impossible for anybody just to, hey, I got talent. I can do a bunch of different things and I'm open. Hey, check it out. Fuck it. You ain't doing no crazy shit, but I'm open. You feel me? Like, I feel like that's unfair for anybody who's trying to find success in anything. And it's also very withholding. Like you said, you don't hear about it in the white community. You don't hear Jerry Seinfeld and them motherfuckers over there, trying to keep each other away from opportunity because you over there trying to establish a whole fucking narrative that's going to, force people to think about their options and shit a little bit more. And then all that's going to do is just leave a lot of options not left for motherfuckers. And then you go and bitch about how we don't have any opportunities. It's crazy, bro. It's just too much fucking, it's too much controversy. People literally just breaking their own walls, or building their own walls at this point. I don't know, but it's interesting if you really dive into it and you really want to pay attention, or you want to just sit on the side and enjoy the fire that's burning between all these people.
Yeah, I'm enjoying the fuck out of it, man. It's like it's a month for content. Like 2024 opened up with a bang, and then of course I still been following like my man Charleston White and shit, and
yeah,
he's dropped a couple more Say Cheese interviews, and but the Katt might be right though. Like 2024, the year of exposing motherfuckers and just getting all the truth out there. And then you got the recent Diddy allegation.
That shit right there, man. But that's starting to crumble a little bit because the judge over there saying, hey, listen, y'all ain't gonna come on here and just say, hey, she wants to be anonymous, and then you're gonna state all of this shit, and then we can't even talk to you. Get the fuck out of here. That's the problem. Anybody can fucking say anything. Now, we've heard a lot of speculation in a lot of areas, but on some real shit, until you get into court and they have your case and that hammer hands down and say, guilty, motherfucker, you did that shit. That's what it is. that's when you are holding the responsibility of those allegations. But if you just hear say, she say, he says shit, listen, bro, that shit can go on forever. That shit can go on forever. Oh, he did this, even if it's true. Because I personally think Diddy was involved in some shit. I ain't gonna lie. It's too much evidence around it. There's too much video. There's too much shit that they pulling up out of the woodwork. But that's just my speculation. I don't mean nothing true.
Yeah. Well, there's smoke, there is fire, though. I mean, like,
yes,
the things like Diddy and stuff. And then when you hear about Andre Harrell and the people that he was groomed by, I definitely think there's something there. Also,
B2K, Scott Storch, like there's a lot of motherfuckers, bro.
Yeah,
there's a lot of them.
That there's still a ploy to bring a success. I'm a conspiracy theorist, so like I'm always gonna kind of go with the crazy shit, but like but there, I believe there also is a ploy to simply, and like who was R.I.P. the cat who said it, but he's like you never, a black man never leaves the industry clean. Like name one, like you can't even really name one black successful activist, politician, celebrity that ever came in the industry and like truly just retired with a clean slate, no allegations, no nothing.
What about Denzel? One of the most powerful black actors we got.
They haven't fucked with him yet.
Yeah, they can see. I said one name on that shit. Like, there's more, motherfucker.
Like he's, you know, he's managed to made a lot of shit, and even LeBron, like with the steroid allegations. And I think when he retires, they're gonna come watch 2 or 3 years after he's retired, Hall of Fame and stuff. Like some shit gonna come out about LeBron, how the NBA was covering up his PED use for years, you know, or some shit like that.
They bullshit, bro. But that's the problem, man. We always ready to listen to some bullshit, man. Somebody said that shit, like you said, the Corey Holcomb stuff, like, you know, him over there just glorifying the fact that he can gain notoriety by talking shit. Monique too. I did an interview, and not an interview, but I just did a show. And he was questioning about, like, you know, Monique's interviewing the Shay shit or whatever. And for me, it's easy to kind of flip the script and kind of control the narrative of a story. You know, Taraji P. Henson had that whole interview where she was over there, like when they were doing the Color Purple interview, and she kind of broke down because she was like, yo, listen, the opportunities are not the same for women, and especially not the same for black women. And you know, and you had to have the honest conversation. It's not like she went in there like with that intent. They were talking about it, and it just kind of, the emotions kind of overwhelmed her, and she fucking kind of broke down about it. It was like a natural experience. But people like Monique, I feel like they take advantage of those kind of experiences and try to use them to kind of build for their own personal gain. And that's just my feeling on it, you know, when I see it. Because I've seen other interviews and other situations with her where she's done that same thing. So I feel like it's the same way with everything else. Like you're saying right now, like people try to fucking find ways to say things even if they're not true. All you have to do is introduce an idea. You don't have to have any factual kind of evidence or anything like that. You just have to say something. Oh man, he went to the shower and he stunk yesterday. He stinks. Next thing you know, everybody's saying, "Oh, that motherfucker stink." It's that easy. It don't have to be any kind of fucking formulated thing. You can assume and say, "Oh, slander and blah blah." Then you got to go through all that route or whatever. But how many motherfuckers is doing that on a daily basis? Yeah. So you can incriminate somebody and completely, you know, destroy their name or their image with just a lie, with just allegation, with anything. So, like you said, it's, you know, they can say about LeBron, oh, LeBron, he did this, he did that. He had 2 women in his hotel room yesterday. And motherfuckers is like, well, we got to find the source. Who said that? And by the time you find them, like, you just did like a week's worth of work and shit, paid, invested. You know what I'm saying? It's just crazy, bro. We need to stop glorifying all this bullshit and just understand people are going to talk shit. And ain't nothing that nobody can do about it. And, you know, try your best to find the truth in the shit that matters, like whether it be the sexual allegations and shit like that, or if people are getting hurt or something. That matters. But if you're just talking shit and you just want to talk shit about people or just keep with all these narratives, man, keep that shit to yourselves. Y'all doing that weird shit in Hollywood, keep that shit. Y'all in there, y'all know what the fuck going on. Say yes and say no, you know, or come with some evidence.
one thing, earlier in the week or last week when Cam Newton got jumped, right?
Saw that goofy shit.
At his 7-on-7, but the title, the whole thing was jumped, right? And
Yeah.
I go to the video, the only video that's like surface, little scuffle. He just got him in the headlock, throws him over there.
Yeah.
I'm hearing everybody's review, and his hat didn't fall, blah blah blah. But I'm looking at the whole thing, and I was like, first of all, he didn't get, like, we don't know for sure if he got jumped. But then the story came out, it was like a bunch of kids. Then the next day you find out it was actually some like grown men that attacked him.
Yeah.
Then all the comments were, the narrative was already, man, see, that's what happens when there ain't fathers in the household, and these kids are fucking badass.
Where that shit come from? Like,
fucking kids, but a couple of days pass, and it's like, I guess that was a couple of grown men he had in the headlock, and there was some other coaches or something. And but the narrative was he got jumped, when in the video he clearly was they were attempting maybe to jump him or
fuck with him. And yeah, it was kind of like they were coming in one at a time. I don't know if motherfuckers really understand. Getting jumped is motherfuckers is on you. And every fair you on the ground.
Video like of him getting pummeled.
Yeah.
Should have been like that was the hot take, the hot title. It should have been like, Cam Newton, manhandles two punks or something, like,
for real. Because there really wasn't even like two people, like it wasn't more than like one or two people that was really at him at the same time. And I mean, technically, I guess you can state that it's getting jumped, but it is a way that you use your words that kind of paints a picture in people's heads, and that's, it's going to be more engaging if you say Cam Newton jumped, rather than you say, oh, Cam Newton has a scuffle with two people, which really was what it was.
Yeah.
I don't even know the reason. I didn't follow the whole story or whatever, but yeah, man, it's really the show I just did too. We just did kind of a conversation about like, how it's really hard to decipher what's real anymore, man, especially when it comes to, social media, and that's our news. There's no way. Fuck CNN and all that bullshit and 10 o'clock news at night and all that. You watching that because your show went off and then it's just on. You ain't watching that because you're trying to figure out what happened. You figuring out what happened throughout the day with whatever posts that you're watching and everything like that, or whatever, who's putting that shit together. And it ain't like it's no people that went to school and dedicated their time to journalism or anything. Nah, it's just literally motherfucker with a picture, whoever got it first, and they put a title on that shit and they sent it out. They sent it with a click of the button. Yeah. Motherfucking TMZ chasing the. Nah, but that's our news now.
Yeah, I have to be careful because like I'll start, and it'll be like these channels, like some of them maybe even like 47,000 views, or like just small channels, but it'd be guys like me and you. Yeah. They'll put the actual video. Like there's a guy right now. There's probably 10,000 content creators at home tonight stressing about this. Sitting there giving my review on the Katt Williams JRE, and they got the box up in the corner
for real.
And they'll pause it every few minutes. See, guys, see right there. I get annoyed at those kind of creators because I'm like, you're not original. You ain't doing nothing. Like, to me, that's talentless. If you're taking
advantage of opportunity, basically.
Yeah. Shit that we do, the live on the line, straight through the ropes, therapy night rants, like actual videos that we've posted. Like that's some content. But I have a hard time watching a lot of these guys. But I find myself doing this sometimes. Getting my news from these like random fucking guys sitting in the back, and they're just playing the video, and I'm like, I guess this is the news. This is it's like they keep spinning their own narratives though.
It's hard not to, man. It's hard not to. Like, when we get the shit instantly. It's hard not to see it, you know what I'm saying? Unless you're just unplugged. But, when something big happens, it's going to be a story. It's going to be something that people are talking about. And before you can get any kind of, real factual information, you're going to get all of the, talk and controversy from it, because that's all there is, speculation. Oh, this happened. You're not going to get the who, what, when, and where, and why. You're going to get the, oh, look at this. This is blah, blah, blah. Look at this. You're going to watch the video even. You're not going to know any kind of like thing that happened. For all we know, somebody was trying to, rob him. Somebody was trying to, take his daughter. He owed somebody money. We don't know what the fuck happened in that video. We just got to speculate, and we probably never will get the truth. And even if we do get the truth, it'll be on one post, and that post won't get spread like the other posts will get spread. So if you're not one of the ones who's really going to do the research on every single thing that you see, you're just going to be lost. And then 10 years from now, you'll look back and you'll see something and you'll say, oh shit, Cam Newton, he was doing that because they were trying to rob his mom. Oh, that's why he was fighting. Oh shit. I thought he was just, you know what I'm saying? That's how it always goes and shit. Like, you learn the truth fucking 20 years later by accident because you just stumbled across the information. Yeah. It's a crazy fucking world, man. It's a crazy world, yo.
At the Super Bowl party, when I was serving some drinks and the halftime show came on, I was just fucking around with some customers, but one lady was like, "Oh, Usher, I love Usher," and I was like, "But let's not forget, he still has herpes, you know." And she's like, "What?" I never heard about that. So you never heard about that? So he was groomed by P. Diddy too. And she's like, "Oh, stop," or some shit. I was like, "All right,
yeah, you don't know." do some research. Yeah, do some research, motherfucker.
There's a huge population that they wouldn't know. They don't know no allegations or nothing. You know, they're just kind of
along for the ride.
Yeah.
Yeah. Remember that episode? Remember that scene? Somebody had just said this, and it reminded me of it. But I still, even before they said it, I still always kind of remember this scene from the movie The Matrix, bro. When that dude, when the Cypher, he was turning on him. He was giving up the information. He was talking to the agents. He was in a restaurant. He's eating the steak, and he said, "You know what? When I put this steak in my mouth, I know it's not real. I know the Matrix is sending signals to my brain and telling me it's juicy and delicious." And he ate the steak, and he said, "Boy, but it's ignorance bliss." He basically said right there, what you don't know, it don't matter. If he didn't know that information, he would have just ate that steak and said, "Man, it's a good ass fucking steak." But he knows all the other shit. No, Usher got herpes and Diddy groomed him and all this other shit. So now you got all that backwash shit. R. Kelly fucking with kids. So now when Step in the Name of Love comes on, now you gotta, instead of just enjoying it like, hey, this is my shit. Now you gotta think to yourself, hey, this is my shit. But damn, this nigga always doing some shit. Now you got, but when you don't got it, when you don't got that information, hey, it's a wonderful life. The lies and the falsehood. But at the end of the day, what's better? That's the interesting question. What's better? Knowing the truth, knowing what to be aware of, knowing what to protect yourself from, knowing what to involve yourself in, or just being able to simply enjoy the talents and the entertainment of the world and shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, food even. You ever ate somewhere and he was like, man, this fucking food is good. I remember there was this one restaurant I went to, I found by accident, yo, especially down here in Georgia. I was looking for a place that had served like good bagels and like bagel sandwiches and shit like that or whatever, like I had in Jersey. And I finally found this fucking place, bro. And I went there. It was out of the way, but I went there a couple times. I took my girl there. They had some shit that I only could get in Jersey. And I went there maybe 4 or 5 times before one time, the last time I had left, I don't know what the fuck it was, but it was a roach, a cockroach in the corner of the door when I was leaving. And I had just so happened to see that shit. And when I saw that, I'm not going to lie to you, I've never been back to that fucking restaurant. That one cockroach, it could have came from outside. It could have came anywhere. But I couldn't get my head away from, fuck, these niggas probably got roaches. They probably crawling in the food. I probably ate roaches. I probably got this, whatever. I couldn't get my head from it. And then it was a wrap for me. I just couldn't fuck with them anymore. So that little bit, I was trying so hard to find these places and stuff like that. I found a place. I loved it. I was eating there. Religious. I was going out of my way. Baby, I'm going to get this stuff. I'm going to pick up some shit or whatever. And I saw that roach that one day, and it completely changed my whole life. Would have been better if I never would have saw that roach and just kept eating the food. Maybe I'm eating roaches. Maybe I'm eating roach eggs every time I eat a sandwich there. Maybe they fucking the food, whatever. I don't know. Anything. But I finally saw that and I made the decision, hey, I could be eating roaches. Now I'm aware. I'm going to leave it alone. Yeah. It's interesting, bro. Information, you can take it and utilize it, or you could take it and choose to be like, listen, I like what I like. Fuck it, I'm gonna keep going.
Yep.
It's crazy, bro.
Yep.
I'm
Shit.
intellectual. I'm intellectual as fuck tonight. What's good, bro?
I'm waiting for my drink to come. I just ordered some drink, so waiting for it to hit my
Yeah.
hands. I can get supercharged over here.
Yeah, I feel good. I feel good tonight, man. I've been up. I've been up.
I'm gonna need you next week. I got this guy right here, that wrestler I was telling you about here on the screen. I'm gonna interview him next week on my channel,
Yeah.
and I sent him the link to your channel so you can check out the it's this dude right here in the bottom right with the little glasses and the little hat.
Yeah.
And if you're free next week, around this time, I was gonna have you come on, like second half of our interview, make the introduction with him, and then kind of you can get him on your channel as well.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm down. Yeah, I'll stay up for it. I like we got we actually I just met another wrestler that we're gonna have on the week after next. Just met him on Facebook, man. The thing about what I'm trying to do with my channel is I'm really trying to open up the ability for these independent wrestlers to come on and tell their story, because if you are a wrestling fan, you do understand these guys, these Cody Rhodes and Drew McIntyre, CM Punks, all the greats, man. Most of them come from the indie scene. They wrestling in gymnasiums, they wrestling them outside, you know what I'm saying, in front of strip malls. And these guys have stories, man. And then one day, just like we talking about my man here, he might be up in TNA, AEW, ROH. Like, there's so many opportunities for these guys now that, if they have enough of a backing, shake enough hands, they're gonna be, one of the ones that we talking about one day. So it's great to give them the opportunity to come on your platform and speak with them and stuff like that. That's one of the things I'm trying to really get into this year. So yeah, I definitely love to talk to new up and comers, man. Get their story when it's raw, not planned and worked with a publicist and all that shit. That raw shit.
Yeah, that was an interesting time. I've been thinking lately too, like I would like to eventually get another publicist again down the road, but maybe like a firm, like an actual. I've been doing some research, and there's different firms and stuff out there that will, but not even that, do more for you. Maybe put your, get you featured in the magazine or give you a little section. They have their connections and different publications and everything.
Yeah.
But for now, yeah, I'm just going around town. I just interviewed a guy. Also, I got an interview coming out. Just a regular guy that just comes into the bar, and he was like, he almost killed himself a few months ago, and now he's trying to live a life of sobriety. And I had him come into the bar, and like we just did an interview right there at the bar when I was working. And I'm gonna throw that up on the channel and
That's
kind of
awesome.
Get his spiritual journey. He wants to talk about addiction and get some things off his chest. And I was like, let's do it.
That should be a whole segment for you, honestly. If people are cool with it, and if you have like the ability to do it, like as a bartender, I feel like that should be a whole segment for you. I feel like that should be like a whole segment of your show, to where you just have, even if it's like a 10-minute conversation, like, hey, what's good? What's your name? And then they just come on and say, hey, I'm Johnny or whatever. Hey, Johnny, tell me something. What's some crazy shit you've seen in life? And just let somebody just kind of just lay it out. Yeah, I guarantee you'd be fucking shocked about the story. That's how I felt when I started doing the what the fuck is it called? Talking with Strangers segment that I had on my show, where it was just giving people the opportunity to come on and just talk about literally anything. And then I had the lady that came on, was in the worst movie in the world and all that shit or whatever, and just different things. The woman with her son, and her son got killed, arguing in college. And it's real interesting. Like, people have stories, man. Like, and you don't know nothing about their struggles and stuff. That was probably a deep ass conversation that guy was having with you just at the bar. And other people hearing that story is going to, like, you know what I'm saying, like, you know, definitely give them, you know, an understanding and probably a way they may have never had before. I think that's a great idea.
Yeah, it was pretty cool what we did so far. I'm inspired by that soft white underbelly guy too, where he like interviews people down there on Skid Row, and he like usually films them. He does their headshot in black and white, but it was kind of inspired by that. Like, just take a regular person, because I listen to fucking bar talk all night too, and I'm like, sometimes it gets annoying, but a lot of these people have like interesting backgrounds and stuff, and a lot of them, they don't feel like secure enough to, I'm like, they don't feel like they're worthy enough to have their story heard. And I'm like, no, everybody needs their story heard. Like, I can, and the way I'm going to edit it, it's going to be dope, and it's going to be some shit that you're going to be proud of. And then it might help them, might help other people. And, but I think that's kind of the way I'm going to start taking the channel and everything.
Yeah. I think it's a good idea. One thing we were talking about too earlier is we were talking about, you know, doing this shit, you know, for as long as we've been doing it for a while. Yeah. You know, to sit here and
keep going. You know, let me grab a chaser real quick.
No, you're good. Yeah. Doing this shit and, like, you know, thinking about everything that you're putting together. You know, if you are a podcaster and stuff like that, like, you know what it takes to edit your videos, to, you know, to find people that you want to do interviews with, you know, any of this stuff, you know, try to stay relevant, be topical, whatever the case may be, especially when it comes to like editing and staying fresh, you know, like we were just talking about publicists and different ways to sit here and yeah, me too, bro. I got a little bit left in here. I've been drinking orange juice and vodka all night, really. But
he's drinking again.
There you go. But you know, doing all that work, honestly, it's kind of underwhelming, man. When you do, you know, edit a video for 4 hours, and then you put it out, you post it out, and it gets like, you know, whatever. Maybe it gets like, you know, 20 views, or maybe it gets 100 views. Maybe it surprises you and gets like 500 to 1,000 views, and you're like, okay, that's what's up. But then you go and you see on TikTok or something like that, and some girl's over there, you know, combing her fucking hair, telling a story about how she fell down the stairs yesterday, and this bitch got 700,000 of That shit is infuriating, man. But it's like, you know, everybody was on the other channel talking about some, oh yeah, but you talk to who you talk to and blah blah blah. I feel you. It's definitely true, man. I appreciate everybody that I speak to and everybody who, you know, takes time to listen to me. I love that shit. But it is kind of, you know, it is frustrating when you're like, man, I went through mad hard work to do everything that I was doing. You know, you want your moment. You feel like you did, you know, enough to be seen by way more than, you know what I'm saying? If it's just a bullshit video and I'm like, whatever, but that'll be the crazy shit is, that'll be the one that motherfucking, you know, 3,000 people will watch and shit like that. Just the bullshit one of me talking with my hair crazy. But the one I edited and put together and all that shit, fucking 50 people. Oh, okay. Yeah. Thank you, 50 people, but I get the frustration. That's all I'm trying to say.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the main thing. That's all I want, man, is some recognition, like good or bad. I'll take the bad publicity, take some good. Just eventually we want to be known for what the hell we're doing, you know?
Yeah.
It's fun. I'm doing this shit for the fun of it. And other than a couple like little mini viral shorts or whatever that I had like a year ago, I've paid some Google ads too. I've done a couple Google ads to promote some videos, and those have gotten some decent views. But then I'm like, I'm doing my reading and stuff, and I'm like, fuck, man, like I can't just pay a fucking Google ad to promote every video either. That's not feasible.
Yeah.
And so that should be annoying too, you know. And it's like, I don't know. It's kind of like, goddamn, like, you know, how do you catch this algorithm, you know, fucking for real and shit? Like, I don't know. It's like a luck of the draw, or a part of me thinks I'm already blacklisted from YouTube. Because, you know, if you put up when you try to talk about anything kind of real or anything of substance, those of any channel, they got the lowest views. But then you'll go to a Kai Cenat video or some shit of like a food challenge or something corny as fucking like that, that'll be the most popping video or whatever.
Dead ass. I'm telling you.
Damn.
Harris, I don't know if you remember the last time I was on your show. I know I was twisted, but I was talking some real shit, yo. And I've been struggling with it still. Like, I heard you just say, you even thinking about like, looking into more publicists and certain shit like that. I'm struggling with how much engagement I still want to do with this shit, yo. I've been struggling with it recently, like a lot. And I say it, even though I do fucking 3-4 shows a week. I'm doing another show tomorrow. I'm still active as fuck on social media. I'm the most active I've ever been on TikTok. I'm still here, but I'm not gonna lie when I say I'm trying to figure out what am I doing, because just like you just said, bro, it's almost like you're fighting a losing battle. I don't even know if it's luck anymore. You could put out something. Some of my videos on TikTok, I got fucking 4,000 or 5,000 people that's watched it. But then other videos is 200 something, mostly 200 something. Videos I've edited took fucking 10, whatever, 2-3 hours editing, trying to make it good, doing this, revising it. Fucking 200 people.
Yeah.
I don't know if there is an algorithm. You got people talking shit and you got to do this, you got to put this. At the end of the day, it is what it is. I can go take my dog right now, just licking some fucking peanut butter off a spoon on a nice camera with a nice lens, nice little background maybe, and put that shit on the internet. It'll probably do big ass numbers, man, and it's just bullshit. I can make a fucking what's it called video of me putting together a vacuum I got offline, telling people how to do it and shit like that, and it'll probably do some numbers. But that's just bullshit. Yeah. It ain't entertainment.
Yeah. Yeah. I was talking to Ray. Ray has a buddy, one of his business partners that he takes a lot of what he says, to heart. And because he's already, this guy's telling Ray, like, no, he's like, you got to put out between 5 and 10, reels a day. And, that's the only way you're going to catch the algorithm. And then other stuff I've read, it's like, bro, like 5 to 10 is way too much. Like you want to get like
doing it forever.
You want to get like 3 to 4 reels a day. And he's like, no, Brian says it. I'm like, and in my head, I'm like, man, fuck Brian. Like, what does he really know too? Like,
yeah.
First of all, like, I have a hard time posting a reel a day. I'll keep it real. Like, I got clips, from fucking Opus still. I got clips from clips that I've made on my own in my phone, ready to go. Like, I could upload a clip a day, 2 clips a day easily. But it's just like, I don't want to. Like, it's just like, it comes to the point where it's like, I'll upload when I feel like it, and kind of, because I haven't seen a difference between whether I post 4 Facebook reels a week or I'll post 1 every 2 weeks. It's like same shit.
Let me say this, Harris. I want to say this to you. I want to say this to anybody watching who are doing the same thing. Now, I don't know shit. I'm telling y'all right now, but I'm still gonna say this. Opus and all these fucking things that people are using to instantly create reels and shit for you. I tried it too. And I saw what you got to do. I saw the money that you got to spend and how they do it and everything like that. They take one fucking video, make 400 fucking clips of it, but then they over there take and charge you for the shit. Off one video, I got fucking 400 clips of one video, but I make a fucking video every week. So, or you can formulate it or whatever, but I wasn't playing with that bullshit. The thing about it, man, those type of videos, they don't never fucking do anything. There's no Opus videos that are doing, unless they're like, celebrities or some shit like that or whatever. But the videos that are doing some of people's personalized shit, people doing, the reels and stuff like that are really big. That shit all goes on TikTok first. TikTok is the biggest thing. You got a minute video just dancing and you're getting millions of fucking views or whatever. So that's why to go like so far with just doing things just to do it because you feel like that's going to get you in another place. It'll get you seen. But if you're just putting out Opus videos and thinking that that's going to be something that's going to, bring you into a deeper light, maybe it'll just give people the understanding of what you talk about. Maybe you'll gain a bigger following as far as just people that are interested in your conversation. But as far as trying to hit a viral moment with Opus videos and things like that, or those AI created fucking generated things or whatever, I personally don't believe in that shit. Yeah. I think it's just a way you're gonna be throwing money, like you said with the Google ads. Like, are you gonna consistently pay Google every single time to throw a video that you create everywhere? Yeah.
It's not feasible. It's just not. At least not for small time. Like I did a $5 a day ad. What, I threw $40, and then one time I threw like $180. Like I put my budget to like 25 a day. This was like a year ago, and I got like it's on the Gianni Russo interview. It's like a couple thousand, but that's a couple thousand. I probably got 4 subscribers off of like $180. It's like it wasn't. I was just like, nah. This is the big boy shit. When you have an actual business and you can like, hey, this is our marketing budget, for the fucking, and you have thousands of dollars to constantly throw at it. But for the small guys, and then my cheap ass shit on the Opus. So what I do, and this is the only way I fuck with Opus, is like I go in there. I got about 12 different fucking emails. So I sign up for the free shit because as soon as you make an account, you get like 2 hours free.
Yeah,
I did that like 3 times, and then so that's. But then I was left like with like 30, 40 clips of. Yeah, I still got probably like 20, 30 clips of the one me and you and Eric G did.
Yeah.
But I kept doing the free version, and then and it said it was catching on, and I have to give it a break, and then I'll go back in like in a month, put another email, it'll give me another free credit.
So much fucking work, bro. I feel you. That's a lot of people doing it, taking advantage of that shit. I used to try to do that shit with like Netflix and stuff like that, but I was like, listen, bro, I'll just not watch. Fuck it, like.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just too much, man. It's like if you can't just do it and it's just natural. I mean, at the end of the day, you're gonna get tired of putting all that money into it, man. Like you said with the publicists, this year, I'm seeing like posts and stuff like that last year. Like, well, on Facebook they'll show you like shit you did last year or whatever around this time. And I'm glad that I had the experience, but I'm not gonna lie, I kind of think that shit stunted me, bro. I think if I would have kept going the way that I was going without fucking around with that situation, yeah, I learned shit from it, but I think that I would have did way better. I think that trying to think that somebody was going to put me in a place where I wanted to be or where I thought they could take me, it stunted me from actually being my natural fucking self. Now I know what to cut off. I know what I don't give my fucking energy to. I'm in a situation right now where I'm in a group with some guys and stuff like that. We talk wrestling and shit like that or whatever, and then it's like it's kind of changing, and I'm already like my shit is just like, listen, I don't even think I'm gonna play with it. I think, hey, listen, if this is what it is, I'm not even gonna go back and forth with myself. If this is what it is, I'm just gonna bow out. Like, hey, listen, y'all do that. I'm cool. I'm not engaging anymore, trying to do all this extra shit to try to get somewhere. I'm just gonna put out content, make videos, and have a fucking blast doing it, and hope it catches on. Ever since I've done that, I barely look at YouTube because I go live on everything I do on social media. But I've been getting nothing but fucking my followers is growing up. Every time I look at it, got different follower here. TikTok alone, TikTok for sure. I get new TikTok followers every fucking day, and I'm just having fun. I talk shit. I make fun of shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's so different now. And I feel like if I would have just did that instead of playing with that 6 months, I'm glad I met people like you instead. And it was nice to network. But I feel like if I'd have saved my money and really just kept being true and just fucking just diving into this social media shit and just, you know, showing people who the fuck I am, I think it would have been a better experience for me. So
that's interesting. The only thing I take from it is I like the perception, because perception in this business is everything. Like I'm still getting comments on the Gianni fucking Russo shit, right? Like motherfucker hating on him, and
I got a lot of those.
Every month, the motherfucker will come through like, "Oh, you should have. He's a liar. You should have."
Yeah.
You know, but it kind of when you look at the channel, it's like, oh, you know, it's like this progression where I started, and then a couple actors, boom, 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 Tommy Chong, whatever. But then it's just regular shit, like back to the basics. I feel like it kind of set me up. Like it kind of even got there was a little bit of excitement in the followers and the subscribers, like, oh shit, you know, you got Larry Hankin, but then I feel like it not keeping up with that. It kind of like some people was like, it kind of like and they're older guys, so it wasn't like the massive celebrities, but I probably wouldn't have done it either, looking back, just because if I knew I couldn't, or I didn't know how long it was gonna last or whatever, I would, you know, mother went psycho or whatever, I don't even know. But if I would have like known how it was gonna end, or that's what I'm saying, like next time I'm gonna go through like a really professional firm,
some real shit,
and be like, look, let's like an actual contract, fucking like a year long, you know, this is what it is. I'd be willing to do that. But I feel like for me, there was a little bit of there was a lot of excitement, but then after the fact too, I was like I feel like I almost kind of like blew my load too early, you know, like too early in the channel. Like I should have, you know, waited and see what I built out of it, and then maybe went down that route. You know?
You know, the one point where I really started to think about it, like after everything happened, I really started to think about how, and this is for both of us, maybe, but I started to think about how that motherfucker played us, yo. Because at the end of the day, like you said, it was exciting. It was interesting to think that we're gonna have some motherfuckers on our show that, you know, we've seen in Hollywood movies and we've watched our whole life. You know, Tommy. Everything good? Oh shit! I don't know anybody. All right, there we go. But Tommy Chong and everything, and you know, we see that guy and we're like, yo, this is somebody who we've been watching for a long time, Larry Hankin and this and that. And we're excited, you know what I'm saying? Like you watching it on your show, it looks good. It didn't take me until after everything was done to realize this motherfucker was on everybody's show. That this motherfucker was. It's almost like it was made out to seem like, oh, you're special. And when I say everybody's show, I don't mean just shows that are good, but shows that I went on and I'm sitting there like, this show is fucking horrible. It's not even like a show. I can't even believe, like, you know, Larry Hankin would be on this shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
not you know, not just saying names or whatever, like there, yo, because I was doing some research on that shit too. And a couple of guys were even on the Pubs Giving or whatever extravaganza, and I'm looking at their channels too, and then I'd get recommended their people's channels, and I was saying the same thing. I was like, yo, this is almost like a pyramid scheme, like
for real.
All these motherfuckers in cahoots, or like what's going on? Because you're a Hollywood writer. 50 years, been in Hollywood 50 years, but you're on this, you know, and at the time I only had I don't even think I had 200 subs. This is between 0 and 200 subs. And then I would see, like, I seen a Larry Hankin interview and on a channel, and I think it only had 13 views, and they had like 108 subs or something. I was just like,
My shit only had for Larry Henkin. My shit only had 25 views. And I interviewed him twice. I actually had shit. The Tommy Chong interview that I had originally, that interview had like maybe 80. And the only reason it had 300 was because I put his as a like the opening for my channel. So when you come on, you instantly watch it. But that fucking kid that I had, that Gunther kid that I had on, made it look ridiculous because I had that motherfucker on, and his video did 300 views the first day. And he was just a little TikTok guy from whatever, state he was from and shit. The thing I think back on that situation is, man, where I think flashing lights, flashing lights. We know it, we music industry, like, flashing lights, promises, hopes, and dreams. And we're starting a business. We want to be successful. You hear some big names. You think this guy is somebody who has some pull. Honestly, old white motherfucker that ain't really have shit. To be honest with you, this motherfucker ain't have nothing. He didn't have anything. To think back how stupid I was listening to this motherfucker, he told us. I don't even know what a podcast was. That was like his spiel and shit. I didn't even know what a podcast was until. To think of it now, I'm saying to myself in my head, like, wait a minute, you didn't even know what a podcast. What the fuck are you even talking to me for? Like, I'm more knowledgeable than you. Like, if you didn't know what a podcast was, so just because you have a couple of people, a handful of motherfuckers that you have in your pocket, once again, nothing against them, but some old ass niggas, man. Ain't nobody, jumping over no hoops to talk to these motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Why we? It's because we were trying to. We were the ones who were trying to get somewhere and build something, and it was an opportunity. And I don't regret taking advantage of it, but I definitely think that if I passed it, I think I'd be in a different area. I think I'd be more truer to what I was doing. Maybe I would have saw my vision a lot clearer because I feel like my vision is exactly where it needs to be right now. Even though I'm still fucking with the thought of like, if I even want to just continue just playing with this, falsehood of bullshit and propaganda and that's my shit, bro.
Yeah, I think it's something that had to be done. Like right now, and it's cool we're having this conversation because sometimes I wonder as a creator, like, man, am I the only one? Like, is my shit just? Am I not that good? Am I worthy enough? Am I this? Am I that? And my thing right now is constantly, how can I improve? Therapy Night Rants, it's cool, but I feel like there's something missing. I mean, my co-host ain't with me no more. I'm like, I email my brother, he's fucking busy. I'm constantly, I don't need a co-host, but I want another person there, with me. It is in some form or facet. I want to I'm constantly like, how do I formulate like what's next? And I said it a couple weeks ago, but I think I'm gonna get a subscription to like Shutterstock or one of these stock stock footage sites, right? To where you can use their footage, and I want to start doing more videos, like instead of just lives, but actually doing like some audio, taking a couple pictures. This is Stacy on the left and then Mariah on the right, and one Saturday night I'm thinking about doing some like voiceover stuff, like writing up a story and then narrating it, and then showing, like using the stock footage to tell the story. Like that's kind of my next idea, and I'm thinking about taking it into like the addiction, substance abuse realm, like telling a story, like,
that's some dope shit.
Maybe not even showing my face, but showing you hear my voice, and then I'm telling a story about, two girls on a hot Florida night that fucking got kidnapped and shit. Like, I don't know. Like, because I watch all these other creators, and I'm always getting ideas, and I'm like, yo, that's dope. But like, where's Harris's drinking again, bro? This is going on 2+ years. It's been a good ride. It's like, but how do I stay in this? You know what I'm saying? Like,
bro, it's the question. It's the question that I don't know if you'll ever find an answer, bro. And you talking to somebody who's been in for 4. Honestly, 4 years, going on some change. being in this industry, but even before that, I was way more active on social media and stuff like that previously before I even started podcasting. Before I even got into the idea that I was going to do it, because I started this shit 10 years ago with the idea and just posting. I wasn't doing any videos yet. So, like you said, man, it's difficult, but at the same time, I think it's what you commit to. That's the biggest thing. Like, I heard of something like you're saying, like, at one time, shit, even Stead. I mean, I don't know if he's still doing it, but he had this idea where he was doing like a podcast soap opera, and he had got a whole bunch of us on. We were having screen readings and rehearsal, and we did it for like a couple weeks, man, and it kind of fell flat. But I enjoyed it. It was a lot of fucking fun. It was something that was very different. It was almost like being in a movie and shit. And we were just gonna do it was an audio, and it was just like a story, and everybody had their own part. We had different things, and we would rehearse and go over it. We were gonna record it and then put it out. I think it would have been amazing. So it's definitely different avenues that you can take. Harris, I'll be dead ass with you, bro. I feel like what you have is perfect. I understand, like, as far as like a co-host and everything like that, you always want somebody that's around to bounce ideas off of. It's always good. Um, but what you have has always been different to me. Like, you have something is just like being at the bar. I say it every time I come on the show. It's something about your platform where I feel like I could just come on here and just let loose, just let it go. I don't even got to hold on to it, stress, whatever the fuck is going on, whatever my true feelings is. I just let it go, you know. And I do that on a regular usually, but it's easy to do it on this show, and I feel like that's where your strong points are. I feel like you being at the bar, you've gained a following. You had a fucking bigger following than me on YouTube now. And like you said, you started off 2 years ago, and you already building because of your ability to network with people in a face. Now, those other people, I don't know if they are people who are able to, jump on a fucking, podcast or jump in front of a social media platform. I've always said it, bro. One of the things with you is I feel like if you were engaged more on platforms like TikTok and shit like that, where the motherfuckers do gravitate to you a lot faster, and you just have simple videos, even if it was just you giving fucking bar advice or something like that, 2 minutes. Hey, here's what I think. I saw this guy come in here, he told me this shit, blah 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 blah. Harris drinking, Thursday night rants, be there, whatever. And then bam, motherfuckers, you just do that shit every day. Fuck them fucking paid videos and all that shit. Just do that shit every day, and I guarantee you, it's gonna be motherfuckers who just want to follow you and just release all their bullshit because it's a bar feel, and people love that shit.
Yeah, that might be mine. Yeah, that might be the one. Like I just barely posted a TikTok. I think a couple nights ago. I think it was another Tommy Chong clip. Yeah, 18.
Yeah, I saw it.
1,800 views. It was like. But then it just stops. It just like I post a video, I get like a lot of likes, and it just stops. I'm like, oh fuck! And then I go to the next. But then I'm sitting there. I'm like, the next night, I could post another one. But then I'm just like, what the fuck for? Like, I don't know. Like, am I gonna get 400 views, or is it gonna be another 1,800? Then I think I'm just overthinking shit. You know what I mean?
We were all just me and a group of 4 motherfuckers, bro, who has been doing shit. One of them was doing it even longer than I was. One of them was actual fucking, actual psychologist or whatever you call it, therapist, in her real profession. And other girl, she had OnlyFans, all this other shit. We were all just in a room talking exactly what you're talking about right now. It's crazy. It's just there's no guarantee. You have to do this shit more than anything because you enjoy it. And if you do it because you enjoy it, I know that shit sounds cliche and corny because you are trying to figure out, like, what the fuck am I doing this for? Like, I'm trying to get somewhere. I'm making all these clips. I was just telling how I make a fucking YouTube video and I edit it and I do all this shit or whatever, and then I post it. It gets 200 views. But if I make a stupid video where I just talk some shit real quick, like fucking 900 people just watch that shit out of nowhere for no reason. There's no way to guarantee it. There's no way to guarantee it, man. It's just you have to love what you're doing, and you got to put your shit out there. And if it catches, it catches. And that's just how this industry is, man. There's motherfuckers who are rich right now. We were talking about that story. Who was that chick? That chick that had, you heard that story with that chick who had was bitching about her husband, her ex-husband. She had like 52 parts. Her name was like Teresa's or some shit like that or whatever on TikTok. Yeah, it was a big thing, man. Chick got fucking like $85,000 because she had made these TikToks and she made it in parts, and it was 52 parts. And she was basically telling the story of how her husband wasn't the man that she thought he was. This bitch basically put together a audio biography or whatever of her marriage, of her perspective of her marriage. I came in the house one day. I was cooking outside. I came in the house one day and my girl was listening to it. And I'm just listening. You know, when you hear some shit in the background and all of a sudden you catch on, you're like, what the fuck is you listening to? Like, I just hear this girl just bitching and moaning. She's like, oh, no, it's a real interesting story. And I'm like, oh, whatever, if you say so. But apparently, yeah, she had made a TikTok video, and this girl, like, it was became real popular. All the women watching it and shit like that or whatever, getting involved in the story. And yeah, she made like $85,000 from it. It just went viral. And you just never know what's going to catch, man. It's completely unpredictable. It's completely fucking unpredictable. The only thing you can guarantee if you want to see any kind of thing is you have to stay relevant, you have to stay seen, and you gotta put your shit out there. That's it.
Yeah, that's exactly what we're doing. I guess it's just like, I'm thinking about offloading these clips. Like I said, I have me, you, Eric G. I made because I was using the free another email, so I have clips of I have probably like 5 clips of the Tommy Chong interview, and I'm like, that's a year ago.
Yeah,
I got curly hair back then. But I'm thinking about do I offload all those shits, or do I put them in a vault and fucking wait till this motherfucker passes away and then do some Vlad shit and do some flashbacks?
There you go. Hey, shit, it's an idea.
That's
an idea.
Like, how do I catch the wave, man? But every week is it's cool. But at least I guess as long as the mind's spinning and we don't get stagnant.
Yeah,
I kind of feel like. Because I've done so many, bro. I was like dead ass. Like in the beginning, I would never be sleeping 10 minutes before a show, bro. This is a number 110 tonight. I'm over there. My baby's like, it's 7:45. I'm like, yeah. She's like, it's 8. I'm like I'm not. So I'm kind of falling into that place where it's like I'll be real, man. There out of 110 shows, 12. There's been this probably the 12th, 12th one where I'm just like, I wish it was Wednesday. I don't even want to do this shit right now.
More power to you for keep going.
Stay consistent. So
yeah.
I pull myself up and I'm like, fuck, and I'm thankfully you're on the line because I was sitting here like, yo, what's good? I
saw it. I was like, maybe because I was debating too if I was gonna, because I went and got me some food and I was like, man, fuck, 'cause I don't like to eat late and shit. But I was like, fuck it, I'm hungry. I'm about to just get me something to eat real quick. I called my girl. I was like, yo, listen, I'm going to stay up for a little while. And I might jump on with Harris if he on. And I was watching TikTok on my phone. I'm like, let me check out Harris. So I put you on. And I saw you ain't started at 11. So I was like, all right, he ain't start. And I'm sitting there eating my food. And all of a sudden I hear my speakers talking. And I'm like, what the fuck was that? And then I saw you was on. And I was like, and I saw you. And I was like, oh, this nigga's, he looked tired. Like he just got off of work or whatever. Let me go in there and talk some shit. I knew I was supposed to talk some shit tonight.
Yeah, but, you holding it down because it's just there's been those times, and tonight was another one where it's just like fuck, I don't want to do a show tonight, but I'm gonna hold my word. 60 minutes, a minimum 60 minutes a week. That's what I tell myself. Like, bro, you gotta do your shit an hour a week, no matter what. And then when I'm at that point where I want to create, bro. I want to create videos. I'm seeing these other creators that are doing some dope shit, and I'm like, fuck. And I'm looking at this, like I said, the stock footage video stuff, and I'm like, I want to use my voice and my mind to create a story and put it out on the channel, or maybe interview some fucking drug addicts on the street, get their, just
Crackhead Confessions.
Yeah.
Crackheadconfessions.com. You a freak if you know about that shit. Crackheadconfessions.com. I know that shit. I watch that shit. That's my shit right there.
But that's my next wave where I think where I'm headed to is like, because even if I don't do the lives, I want to be consistent in some capacity. So it's like if I'm not doing the lives every week, then I want the viewers to expect a video every week that I actually put my time and effort into, or like there's got to be a give or take.
I know exactly what you're saying. Yeah, and not for nothing. Your consistency is your vice. I'll be dead ass with you. I've taken breaks. I haven't even hit 100 episodes on my web show. And that's the first show I started off with, but that's only because I haven't consistently done my web show every single week. I've taken breaks. When I didn't feel like fucking doing it, I didn't do it. But I also branched off and did, fucking 6 other shows. So it's like, even though it's not 100 there, I still have like, 50 here and then 40 here and then the wrestling show. And then, so it's like all together is probably fucking over like 200 something episodes at this point. Plus everything else of like, guest hosting and, being on people's podcasts. And I was thinking about the other day, if there was like, I wish there was a way where I can find out like every single thing that I've done. So I can put it on like a fucking IMDb page or something like, I don't know, whatever you can do. I mean, I've done well over at least this. I would have to say it would have to be at least fucking 1,000 podcasts at this point. There's no way it hasn't been. At least 1,000 shows or whatever. But at the same time, it's like you're saying with the podcast world, bro, or web show, whatever you want to call it. This is 60 minutes of content, of conversation, of talking in a world where most motherfuckers, man, is losing interest in the first 30 seconds of shit that you're putting on. Now, that's not a reason to stop and halt yourself, because if you get on here and we talk just like we talking right now, you don't know who you're speaking to. You don't know who's going to see this. You know who can pick this up at any time. It might take 50 fucking years. Somebody might see it one day and say, man, listen, I want to do this. Then your kids is getting the money from whatever the case may be. But if you are, reasonably thinking about it, like, hey, even if I don't do this show, if I transition to something different, if you went to like, and I keep saying TikTok because it's the most popular shit right now. That's just what it is. If you go and started doing a TikTok video and you said, hey, I'm going to dedicate my like 2 minutes videos, and you talked about whatever you wanted to talk about, that would be something that would catch the fuck on. There's no way that wouldn't catch on. I'll say that. Your consistency met with that timestamp, you wouldn't have as much problem. Then you can pick and choose when you want to do a show. You can meet new people. It'll open different doors. And that's where I can see you finding some, instead of feeling like you have to be ball and chain to the fucking time slot, it'll give you more of an opening to make your adjustments. Like, hey, I met this person, or I got this topic or this thing I want to discuss. Now, instead of having to be here, I choose to be here, and that may start open doors. So the consistency might also might start being your damn, I can't talk. Is becoming your vice, if that makes sense. Like, knowing that you have to do this because you've made the commitment to it is what's starting to take your interest out of it, because now it's just all commitment based. It's not because I want to do a show. And that's definitely going to be effective. That's not going to, you ain't going to be able to fucking function perfectly if you ain't 100%.
Yeah.
In my opinion, from one, worker to another, bro.
Like,
yeah.
No,
I don't want to do this shit.
No, that's for sure. That could be for sure, because there's, there's probably been a good two handfuls of times. This is probably like the 11th, 12th time where I'm just like, fuck, I really don't want. I would be laying there snoozing right now, probably wake up at like midnight, and then all right, cool, whatever. But yeah, there's but if I'm not doing it live, as long as I know I'm consistent in some realm of the brand, whether it's YouTube consistent, or if I start doing TikTok consistently, I try to be on Facebook, just post a reel, throw a reel up. I have no love on Instagram. Fuck Instagram. Because
Instagram is hard. I don't know. My shit's not building either.
I don't get no love on Instagram. I'm talking about, bro, I can't even break 150 followers on Instagram. I'm talking about this is I get to 151. I go to sleep, wake up, it's 149. I'm like,
that's what happened to me too.
I'm like, what the fuck? Or
It's them bots fucking us up.
I could post a reel on Facebook and I got the shit synced to where, you know, but I might get 800 views in a Facebook reel, 22 on the same reel, but on Instagram, and it's synced. And I'm just like, I don't know what the fuck Instagram's on, but Facebook, other than YouTube, Facebook, and I guess TikTok, you know, but the TikTok's weird. I don't know. I haven't mastered that whole fucking thing yet. Because every time, as soon as I post something, like, and I'm waiting for the video to upload, I see it gives me a fucking bitch. It gives me some bitch, some little hottie, and I'm like, I'm waiting for my own video to upload, but then I see some hot chick in the kitchen with her titties out doing some, and then I start scrolling at that, and then I get distracted, and I'm like, what the fuck?
I'm telling you, that's my shit too. You know what? My girl, I was using her, you know, she was I'm not using her, damn, she was my manager, bro. Like, you know, still is to a degree, but we don't have the title as hard as we did when I was like really doing the business shit. But she told me about TikTok a while ago. Like, you know, and the one thing she gave me advice on was,
damn, what the hell?
Oh, something happened.
All right, we got some shitty weather over here. We're supposed to get a snowstorm fucking tonight.
Oh, y'all still going? Yeah. I know it's been weird over here too. We had a crazy thunderstorm over here. No snow though. Georgia don't get no fucking snow. But yeah. So my girl, she told me, like, you know, a while back, like, you know, with TikTok, they really gravitate more towards, like, you know, you directly talking to your audience, directly talking to your people that you're making the videos for, personalized. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. Like, even with my clips, because that's all I did too. I would just take clips of my shows and just put them up on TikTok. Like, every time I put them everywhere else. But now lately, like, I haven't even really been doing clips of my shows, because even though I need to, I'm definitely going to get back to it. But I make personalized clips for TikTok. I make, you know, talking wrestling, whatever the fuck I'm talking. Sometimes I just get on there, and I did one that I'm sick the other day, and I was just blaming my girl. Like, yeah, she got me fucking sick. And people watch it, man. People like the engagement, like to get to know you. They like to know you as a person and, you know, your character. And that's what helps, you know, you build. And they also see what, you know, kind of you know, content that you push forward. The people who do have the food, them motherfuckers, you know, it's the easiest. You want to be successful. Everything, I don't give a fuck. Don't do nothing special. Everything you eat, make a little video about it. You don't even got to be the whole thing. You eating the whole thing or whatever. Hey, it's me. Fucking yo. Today is, you know, June 13th. I'm having spaghetti and whatever. Take a couple bites. All right, y'all. See you tomorrow for tomorrow's meal. Bam. Yo, Harris, listen to this shit. Listen to this shit on some real shit. I started a fucking channel on TikTok where I literally, all I fucking did was go in my house, and I have maybe 60 videos. I went into my house and I picked up anything that was in my house. Said, hey, you saw it, right?
Yeah.
Just stupid shit.
TV remote and shit. Yeah.
Bro, just stupid shit.
Hashtag what's in my house, right? Yeah.
What's in my house? Just stupid shit. And I was getting on some of the videos, I got like fucking 1,000 likes on it. Like 800, 900. Just stupid shit. People commenting, oh, this is what's wrong with TikTok and blah, blah, blah. Just hating. If I didn't stay consistent with it, but I guarantee you, if I'd have did that shit when I first started and did every single day until now, I'd probably have a fucking 2,000-3,000 followers on that shit, bro. That's stupid shit. Here's my toilet paper. Here's my empty bottle that I'm throwing away in the garbage. Stupid shit, bro. People just like to follow shit, man.
That's nutty, yeah, but like
crazy
shit like that. And then I'm over here, like, if you go to my TikTok, it's nothing but clips of the show. I've posted nothing personal.
Yeah,
like, I've not yet. Hey guys, just nothing. It's all what I think is meaningful shit of like, this is work I've actually done. Let me show it to the world. Gets
That's
no love. But then I'm sure, I could be like, hey, you're having a hard time taking a shit, some shit.
most popular video on the fucking planet. It's frustrating to know that shit. I'm telling you right now, it's crazy how we all having this conversation. It's frustrating to know you sit there, you put your hard work, dedication, good conversation, and you put that into your shit, and you like, yo, listen, everybody should hear this shit. And then you put it out, and 40 motherfuckers hit the button. And then you put out some stupid shit. You fell in the snow, and you got 4 million motherfuckers. Yeah. A 20-second video with shit.
Yeah.
Oh, man, it's crazy, yo. Yeah. But at the same time, bro, just to say this once again, like I said, man, and we didn't get too real in this one, which I enjoy, like, just being able to chop it up and just talk some shit. But one of the other things, like, where I've been struggling, like, with my identity with this fucking whole social media game in general, I don't know, man. I've been focusing too much on the real shit recently, like real situations, like the whole us maybe going to war, and what am I doing for my family, and real shit has been starting to captivate me a lot, more frequently recently, and that's why I've been struggling again. I'm struggling to really find my dedication for why I should do this. Kind of like what you're saying, but just like why I should. I know that I love it. I know that every time I go away from it, I can't go away for it for more than a month. And now I have way more dedication because I have people that actually rely on me now with the wrestling shows and people that I'm working with. Like, these people are looking towards me to build something. They trust me that I will build something. So I can't just step away anymore. And it is more of a, a commitment that I have to obtain because of that. I can't step away from the wrestling show now, or I'm letting people down, like, no doubt. Not even just the viewers, but the people that are in my camp and shit. Yeah. So it's harder. It's a lot fucking harder. But at the same time, I'm like you're saying right now, like, I'm doing these videos, I'm doing all this shit. It's going to get 400 views tomorrow. And then what's next? Is people just going to be, yeah, give me another one. And it's just, after a while, it does get tiring. It's like, man, what the fuck am I doing, bro? I could probably be doing so much more. I could probably be doing something else.
Right. But then when you think about it, it's like I still have these talks with people that, like the wrestler coming on next week. He, him and his brother have been thinking about doing a podcast, and he's like, shit. Me and my brother been. He's like, how long you been doing this shit? I was like, man, I'm going on my second year, into my third year, and he's like, fuck, me and my brother have been thinking about doing a podcast for a couple of years, but we don't know this and this, and I'm like, so then you have those people they see you doing something, and it's like, I feel like I'm not doing enough, but then there's this whole vast people out here that's like, they haven't even started their shit yet, or so I kind of feel motivation from that. I wanted to show real quick. The screen probably can't see. This is a chick I went to high school with, my all-time love of my life, whatever. But I follow her on TikTok, right? And she little fitness hottie. She's got some. Let's see. She's got about maybe a dozen posts. The first one she ever did was 8,000 views on TikTok. Then she got 44,000, 28, 17, 29, 50,000. And it'd be like her and her fucking.
They say when you meet the love of your.
Like it'd be like her and her husband or fitness shit, right?
Yeah.
But then, I went back to her page the other day because I was like, I'm in love with her and shit. But and then she got one that's like 500, and she's in some badass spandex or whatever. But then I go up here to the top of her page, pinned, and there's a video that I seen on Instagram of her husband throwing their son into the snow. It's got 5.5 million views on TikTok. Bro, and all it is okay,
That was pretty good. He launched that motherfucker.
Yo,
He just left the universe.
He launched that motherfucker. That's why that shit was good.
I was looking. I went to her page and she got 15,000 followers, but 1.1 million likes. But just off that, every video is like her hot self, and then one video of her dude throwing her motherfucking son over a pile of snow. 5.5 million views, bro.
Yo, listen. I'm gonna break it down for you. This is the thing. This is the thing that sucks dick, right? Hot chicks, no matter where you turn, man. Hot chicks, bikinis, whatever. They look good.
Yeah.
Getting attention. It don't matter. They're gonna. So the fact that her son, and it was a funny video. I can see that. Even if that was on my page, if that same fucking video was on my page right now, it had 300 likes. But because it was on her page and her page is already engaging because she's hot, it's got 5 million. Because it's a good video. Like he launched that motherfucker. It was funny. I laughed. I was expecting to laugh.
Yeah.
But it's weird, bro.
And I'm looking at the comments, and there's some people like, that's child abuse, and that's and then the next person's like, that's a good dad right there. That kid's gonna remember dad. And then the next video she has is like 2.3 million views, and it's some inside joke about,
The doctor
it's almost bedtime, I guess. She's waiting for the clock to change to 8:30.
Time for bed.
Oh, so it's bedtime. My girl does shit like that. That's shit she do.
And it's like 2.3 million views, and I'm like, but then the very one before that literally has 189.
Yeah, it's fucking crazy, man.
And I'm over here though, like,
Honey, I see you.
and I'm over here like,
you just never know. Yeah. You just never know what is the reason why they do everything. Like I said, one of the biggest things that your consistency and like your audience that you're reaching. If it's the same type of videos all the time, you're going to get the attention because they're used to those type of videos. When my girl started, I get annoyed with her shit because I've been doing TikTok for like 2-3 years now. And she just started really making videos, but she makes personalized videos. She walks her dog, tells stories about it. She does this shit online where she's making extra money with these different programs she does. And she makes videos about all of that shit. And she has like, it won't be like a crazy amount of likes or whatever, but she'll have like maybe like fucking 40 people that are comment on it. So she'll have like a whole, so you can tell she's getting engagement. And then people are definitely starting to follow her channel. But it's like, it's just all about what you post, how you post it, and all that shit matters. TikTok is probably, if I had to pick any of them, TikTok is probably the easiest one where you can really find success. You can find there's multiple motherfuckers that's on there really making stupid shit videos, but they're getting thousands of likes every day. So it is something. Yo, Harris, man, it was really good to come on, bro. I'm looking at the clock. It's like it's almost 1 o'clock. I gotta get up in the morning. But man, listen, I'm really glad I fucking stayed up and got back on the pub because it was just needed. I've actually had a really good week. I started a new job and my job's going fucking good. I'm getting paid. And things have been pretty good lately, man. But I'm glad to see that you're still on and you're doing your shit. I always like coming on and checking in on you and everything like that or whatever. It's been a good night.
Yeah,
but keep killing it, bro.
Yeah, you do the same, bro. Thanks for coming on. Yeah, if you can come on next week.
I'll be here.
It'll be a little later. I'm gonna try to go a good 30-45 minutes with him solo, and then see how the interview goes, and then bring you in and kind of mesh it up and have you guys make the connection, and then you guys get each other's information. I'm gonna interview him on his life story and everything, and then I figure you can handle the real intricate wrestling part. You know what I mean?
I got you. Yeah, I'll take a little nap and I'll definitely be down and come talk. Wrestling is a shit, man. That's my dedication right now more than anything. So I'm down.
All right. Sounds
down.
good, bro. Well, you get some rest. Have a good day tomorrow.
All right, brother. All right, the pub. Be good, y'all.
All right. See you next week, my brother. Peace. Beeline in the building, y'all. That was Brian B. Coming through to the height of PUB. Oh no. You're gonna have to flow and tell me when to go. Never have to tell me when to go, cause I like the flow. Been a couple of weeks, but I'm in it slow-mo, dough. Get it how you can, man. Get it how you live. It's the Harris is drinking and I'm not on gin. I've been feeling fucked up for a couple weeks, but it's in my spiritual, my mental, speaking out my cheek. On a Thursday night, it's therapy. And that shit was scary. You understand? That's why it's the Harry Too Scary, baby. Thursday Night Rants, man. Every Thursday, 8 p.m. Staying consistent. You heard it here. Let's go over here to the Podbean. Oh, we got a couple people up in the Podbean. Shout out to Dorian. Oh, Dorita Cannon. And we got Easy Plug. Shout out to Easy Plug. Shout out to Dude Sean. Jack. Sweet Angel Bear 37, Doc Heretic, and Sweet Angel Bear 37 again. Hey, peace and love, y'all. Thanks for rocking with your boy. We're almost over here at the 2-hour mark. I started the show a little sloppy, a little foggy, a little groggy. I'm about to finish my third shooter. So now I got me some energy, you feel me? I need a little bit of gas in the tank. A vodka shooter with the blue raspberry lemonade. You know they say it's rude to eat in front of a guest. The guest is gone, so let's get a bite of these homemade shrimp tacos that my girl made. Hold on. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. With that cabbage. Some cilantro, some hot sauce, some cohesion cheese. Corn tortilla. Ooh! Fire! Yeah, I thought about that too. I thought about doing an ASMR channel. I thought about doing mukbang. I personally can't stand to hear people chew and that shit, but I've thought about it, man. Just any way that we can create content. I've thought about it. Based on what I do for work, though, being a bartender, I mean, making drinks and maybe highlighting some of the cocktails and things. There's so many ways we can go about this. The main thing is we stay consistent, we have fun, which I'm still having, I'm still doing. Work life and home life is hard to balance. Also, just trying to balance a family and still maintain your sanity with what we want to do. It's It's tough, but it's been fun. But what I can say is, I have a gentleman just try to call me Rob. He's the guy I did a short interview with. We have the full interview coming. That's probably the next step, though, that I'm going to take in the channel is a lot more narration and actually writing stories and narrating the story behind stock footage, videos, and photos. And then interviewing real people from the street, from customers, and then doing some dope production behind it. I think that's the next way to go. And we'll see how that plays out. I appreciate everybody that's tuned in, tapped in. It's been an incredible journey. Still trying to gain our footing, our traction, and be here. Grow this YouTube channel, grow this content creation, baby. I'm still having fun. I'm going to post some fucking more clips after we get off the show. Check the TikTok, check the Facebook. Harris Drinking on Facebook. At Haida Pubcast on YouTube. At Haida Pubcast on TikTok. Instagram, Harry_2Scary. Haida Pubcast on Instagram. Let's go. Haida Pubcast on Snapchat. Huh? We ain't stopping. What else can a man do? Except do what he do. Anybody that wants to be a part of this experience on a Thursday night, come through. You know where to find your boy. Doc Heretic. The show is fire. Keep doing your thing. I salute, Playboy. I appreciate it. See, things like that, man. Salute to you. Giving me that motivation over here on the Podbean. Download the Podbean app today to become a part of an exclusive community. And that's what it is, man. So it looks like we've ran dry. 3 shooters and I must comply. I gotta do me some shaving and shit. I've just been lazy this week. But we're staying in it, baby. Doing what we can up in this bitch. We're going to end it over here on Podbean. Thank you to everybody that tapped in. We'll see y'all next week, 8 p.m. for episode 111, bitch, in your ass. So yeah, bro couldn't tap in tonight. Alonzo, I'm sure he's being a little gay somewhere in the world doing his little rainbow dances. So I think we're gonna get the fuck up out of here. Just a word from a couple people here.
Hey man,
This is Tommy Chung, and you're listening and watching Harris is Drinking Again. Sounds like a ghetto movie.
What's cracking, y'all? It's Lil Kelpie from the 1503, a.k.a. Kelpie the P, a.k.a. call me whatever you want, just don't call me broke. And I'm fucking with the Harris is Drinking Again podcast, one of the first podcasts or platforms to put me on. Y'all better stay following them, watching them. Stay tuned for more shit. Big things happening in the future.
Harry's drinking again. That's right. Indeed, I am. 3 shooters got me feeling good. I'm gonna finish these shrimp tacos, and I ain't gotta go to work tonight, motherfuckers. So we good. I actually might kiss my son on his forehead, make sure he's sleeping tight. Give me a little cigar, and head to the bar. Go gamble me a little bit of Skrilla. And have a chill ass night, you know what I mean? I got a job offer today. At another spot. So things are looking up. Stay grinding. Stay shining, and let's continue to do this motherfucking thing. Also, check out the show every Saturday, Sunday night, WDJYFM.com. I forgot to send the file, so this week you're going to be getting the Gianni Russo interview once again. I've been slacking on that a little bit. But things are going to mellow out. We're going to get some new content over there. Hype Media Global is where you can catch the show as well. Every Saturday, Sunday night, 11 p.m. Eastern, 8 Pacific. Check out your boy, Harry Too Scary up in the building, man. The shit don't stop. Harry's drinking again. We out this bitch. Peace and love. We'll see y'all next week for TNR 111. Stay strong, baby. Everybody have a good weekend. We out this motherfucker. Salute. Let's get them subs up. 419 subs. Let's crack this 420, 425 this week, y'all. Thank you so much. Stay tuned. We got more content dropping. Love. Drink it again. Yo. You have been listening to the Harris is Drinking Again pubcast. For more, go to YouTube, type in @HideaPubcast. Look us up on Spotify, any and all streaming platforms. Harris is Drinking Again pubcast. Thank you.